It is time.
Hey, you're watching Galaxy Jams Reacts. We're here with special guest Caton Sollenberger from the Jauntee. How you doing there, Caton?
Doing great.
We are been checking out some tunes. We have more stuff coming up. We're going to check out some Snarky Puppy. Also going to be checking out some Chivalry is Not Dead. It's one that you brought in. And some Porcupine Tree and some other things. So we should have a fun little hour ahead of us. Again, you're watching Galaxy Jams Reacts. We're going to get into the next tune, which is by Coheed and Cambria. You guys listen to a lot of Coheed and Cambria?
I listened to some of their older stuff. Yeah, I was a big fan back in the day.
I don't know if I ever have.
I never really seriously sat down and listened to them either.
Yeah. I have heard good things about them, though.
Yeah, I've heard some cool stuff. Also, they did something like kind of a comic book, came out with a release with like comic book. They did a whole kind of a couple times, didn't they?
Yeah, I think their album Coming Home had a comic book associated with it. I haven't read it or anything, but they're big on that.
Cool. Well, they formed in 1995, we found out, and a lot of their stuff is based on the science fiction storyline that was The Color Before the Sun, a concept album is kind of what we were talking about. And another one called the Amory Wars, a series written by Claudio Sanchez, who does the vocals, guitars, and keyboards. So while we get into it, this is Coheed and Cambria. This is Comatose. Just came out in May this year, and it's from the new album Vaxis Act 2.
Oh, come on, save me. She tells me what she wants. That only you can have your way. I don't wanna be here like a photograph remains.
Oh my god, it sounds just like that.
At the end of the bad night.
How I expected it to be.
Oh, maybe this is the war. I'm so full of bad ideas. Trust me, you won't wanna hear that.
Crazy drumming.
What do you guys think?
You know, he's got a really, really signature vocal style.
Oh, yeah, you couldn't mistake it.
And it sounds like an anime opener, but in English.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it does.
I was going to say
It
that it
does.
has that kind of Japanese metal sound, or maybe, is that, I guess, was that originated beforehand, or did they kind of come up with that sound? And
It sounds
probably
like,
they came up with that in 1995.
yeah, they came up, their sound, there's so many other bands that try and replicate it, but they're like the original of that. You know, it was so popular when I was in high school, right?
Yeah, the
There was
OG.
so many- Right.
But, yeah, I really like this kind of stuff, and I like that they're all about science fiction. It's a sick track.
There's no more maybes, this is absolute. So don't stop now, today's the day. I know it's not
It's
what
not
you
thinking of
want,
the
it's
anime
not what
thing.
you wanna hear. But what's it really matter when you're lost? Go sing a song for all your lonely hearts. No more wasted years. You're free to be as crazy as you want. You can cross the line. You borderline. You borderline. 'Cause I'm so afraid to let you know. I'm letting go.
the lyric video.
Yeah, I would have no idea what you're saying.
So afraid to let you know I'm letting go.
I'm waiting for like the big halftime for longer. You know?
No one gets in. I start to finish what you said and spin alone. Don't get too close. I don't wanna feel fucking keeping cold.
There it is.
Don't get too close. I don't wanna feel fucking keeping comatose.
That's a pretty cool new song from them. It's very energetic.
Yeah, yeah.
I liked it.
You can't mistake his voice anywhere though. Like it's definitely him.
And I've listened to bits and pieces of them, and this sounds definitely on brand, which I think is so much different than the Mars Volta song that we just listened to, which was extremely decidedly not on brand. And so it's so interesting how some bands, they find that sound and they're trying their best to refine it, and I think that that's what Coheed and Cambria is doing with this song.
Definitely. In the chat, Pasio says that it sounded like great road trip music.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
It'd be fun to go down the road listening to that.
Summer break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get in the convertible.
Yeah. Go straight to your local Hot Topic.
Oh my god.
Definitely a hot topic. Definitely.
It's definitely from the era of picking either Naruto or Twilight clothing.
Yeah, for sure.
That same sound.
Yeah, and that I feel like that's why it's like so nostalgic, is because it was everywhere when that other time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I also like that they're doing the making it into a song, into a story, into a comic book type of deal. We did that, and it's always like a really, really hard thing to pull off, and they're actually one of my inspirations for doing that kind of a thing. So they do it really, really well. Because I think that like with Fish, they have this whole story, right? But the whole story is like, it's not really like, you have to really know the band. They only really talk about it in between songs, and you have to really know what it is. But I feel like with Coheed and Cambria, it's like the opposite, where it's like you can't really know the songs unless you know the story.
You're talking about Gamehenge, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about Gamehenge, right? Because Gamehenge, like, it's just like this thing that, it ties songs that definitely stand up on their own two legs together. And like, I feel like what Coheed and Cambria does is a much more like involved story in their production, right?
Yeah. That's,
Do they do it sort of like album to album? Like
Yeah.
an
I
album is a story
I
kind
think
of
it
thing?
is. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
album to album.
Like
Yeah.
every single one is like a concept that's like its own thing that I think ties together.
Yeah, a friend of mine
Oh.
who's a huge Coheed fan told me that like when I didn't know the stories and he was so surprised I just didn't know that they existed. He said that they're like an intrinsic part of the songs. So I'm assuming it's pretty important to it.
Yeah, definitely. All right. That was cool. I mean, I can't wait to listen to the rest of it, actually. I think I might actually start jumping into it. It seems like a good, like, when I'm at the gym and I need that extra push.
extra push.
Extra push. It's like, take the weights and push it hard.
You can go farther, Michael. Go
Yeah,
farther.
exactly. It really does, because that's what I feel like anime intros are all about. Like, you're sitting there after school, you're shoving sugary cereal into your face, you're getting amped, and that's what the song really reminded me of.
It's the hype song.
Yeah.
It's a hype song.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Kai here with Galaxy Jams. I hope you enjoyed that React video. If you didn't know, we live stream a music improv show every single Tuesday, and we'd love to have you there. But if you want to hear what we sound like, just give us 30 seconds.